Hi everyone and welcome. I'm Anne Chinoy, Run PT. I love running. I go out about 5 days a week doing lots of different types of sessions, covering up to 40 miles on a weekly basis. But I've learned that running on its own is not sufficient weight-bearing exercise to maintain bone density as we get older. We really need to include 2 to 3 strength and conditioning workouts plus plyometrics into our weekly routine. Strong muscles not only keep your form intact, but they help absorb impact, protecting the bones and the connective tissue. So the workout I've got for you today consists of a warm-up, 6 minutes of high intensity work, some strength and conditioning, and we will finish off with some lovely stretches to cool down. The equipment you're going to need is a resistance band, such as this one, a rucksack filled with some weights or some heavy books, a chair, and something like a broom or a broom handle, nice and long, that we can use too. So you'll need plenty of space, nice clear space on the floor, an exercise mat, have a drink of water to hand, and let's get ready and start our workout. Okay, so first of all, our warm-up. So let's roll out the shoulders, tap those feet from side to side, lubricate the joints, warm up the muscles and get going. So let's take the shoulders back in the other direction, easing out any tension there. Lovely. So now I'm going to take it into a little bow and arrow exercise. So I want you to take your arms straight out. I'll demonstrate from the side. We're going to pull that right elbow back, look towards it and back in, and on the other side. So keeping the hips facing forward, a little bit of thoracic rotation. Lovely. That should feel nice, but you've been sat in front of a computer or hunched over a device, opening out that spine. So now we're going to extend that arm all the way back, look towards the hand and take it up over our head. And the same on the other side. Lovely. So a strong upright posture is so important for good running form. As we get tired, we can end up hunching over, and then that puts even more pressure on our legs. They have to work that bit harder, sort of slog, to get the run or the race, the run done or the race finished. Excellent. Nice. So let's take it down to the hips now, and into some hip circles. Ease out any areas of tightness. You might hear a few clicks. That's all okay. So loosening everything up there. Let's go back in the opposite direction. So we start small and get progressively bigger with these. Lovely. Excellent. Well done. So we'll grab our broom handle now, and we're going to do some chest openers. So take your arms pretty wide, and we're looking to take that broom up overhead and ideally get it all the way back behind you. If your arms start to bend at any point, just stop at that point and return. So you want to keep the arms nice and parallel. Want to be nice and tall through the crown of the head, just opening out the chest. So it's a great one for our posture, this. Again, helping us to stay upright and combat slouching we tend to do in our day-to-day life. Brilliant. Excellent. Let's finish with that broom on our back. I'm going to take it into some good mornings. So we're hinging at the hips, sending those glutes back. We want a nice flat back. You should feel a good stretch there down the hamstrings. So really make sure we're not hunching around in the shoulders. We're sending the glutes back. If there's an invisible wall behind us, you should feel a lovely stretch down the hamstrings. Nice, well done. And one more. Fantastic. Now we're going to take it into an overhead squat. So taking that broom up overhead and stand with feet just wider than hip width. I'm going to squat down and up. Down and up. Lovely. Brilliant. Excellent. So the key is not to let the arms drop past your ears. Get nice and uplifted. Brilliant. Well done. One more. There. Super. Now we're going to take it into a reverse lunge, but we'll be taking the broom overhead. So we're going to step back, take the broom up and behind our shoulders, bring it back in, switch legs. So the reverse lunge warms up those glutes and opens up those hip flexors. So a great one to do before a run. Nice. Lovely. A couple more. Excellent. Okay, so we'll lose that broom now. And we're going to take it into a hamstring walkout. So taking the arms up overhead. Try to keep the legs as straight as possible. Walk it out into a plank. And we're going to take the left foot outside the left hand. Take the left arm up, a little twist there. And the same on the right. Right foot outside right hand and twist. And then we're going to walk it back in, trying to keep the hips as still as possible, and the legs as straight as we can. And back up. Make sure you've got enough space. And let's go again. So forward fold into that high arm plank. Left foot outside left hand, sink those hips low. And twist. And the right foot and twist. So that moves our runner's lunge with a twist. Again, another great one to do pre-run. Fantastic. Let's do two more. So walking it out. Left foot outside left hand and twist. Right foot outside right hand and twist. And walk it back in. Last one. All the way up. Fold. Walk it out. Nice stable hips. Left hand. Twist. Right hand. Twist. Walk it back in. And slowly curl up to standing. Fantastic. So we're just, before we go into our high intensity Tabata intervals, we'll just do some light jumps just to prepare us. So we want soft knees, jumping on the balls of our feet. So now just start to go forward and back. Lovely. From side to sides. Excellent. Now we'll do some split stance. Let's get those runners' arms in there. Fantastic. Shake it out. Grab a sip of water and we'll get ready to start our interval work. So we've got 8 exercises for you here. We'll do each one for 30 seconds and we'll have a 15-second break in between. So the idea is only 30 seconds, so reasonably high intensity efforts. We'll switch between standing and being on the mat, and some of the exercises we'll be looking at your running form. So one of the things I want you to think about today is when we're running, we want to be, in terms of reducing the impact when we run, having a forward lean at the waist. So we're not hinging at the hips, we're leaning forward. Imagine sort of rocking on your toes. So you want that forward lean, and rather than pushing into the floor when we run, we want to gently pull. So we're pulling our legs up. So when you're running, you might sometimes hear your feet slapping really loudly on the floor, particularly when you're tired, maybe at the end of a long run or at the end of a race. But if you start to think more light, heels pulling up gently with that little hamstring contraction, with that forward lean, that's a much more efficient style of running, and should stop you from fatiguing quite as much as you would otherwise. So our first exercise, we're going to do glute kicks, thinking about that. So we want running arms bent at 90 degrees, pulling back, we don't want them crossing the body, that's wasted energy, so we're pulling back, we're going to be kicking our heels up underneath. So think about that forward lean, light feet, heels kicking up just underneath our glutes. Ready for 30 seconds, off we go. So nice and upright in that posture, light on the feet, and we're pulling the heels up underneath our glutes. Let's keep going about halfway, Fantastic. Think about those runners' arms. The faster the arms move, the quicker the legs go. So keep that 90-degree bend. Lovely. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, next exercise, we're going to be on the floor. So a bit of core work and a bit of mobility. So we're in a plank and we're going to tap opposite hand to opposite foot, or as close as you can get. So we'll have 30 seconds here. Listen out for that timer. Off we go. So opposite hand reaches opposite foot. As close as you can go. So working our core here, our shoulder strength, and some mobility. Well done. Nice. So back into that plank in between. Really brace that core. Squeeze the glutes. Strong and stable and mobile. Nice. Keep going, guys. Nearly there. Lovely. Let's come up to standing. Now we're going to do, this time we're going to do a 1-2 hop with our glute kicks. We'll switch legs halfway. So it's a 1, 2. So thinking about bringing that heel up underneath. Okay, ready? Off we go. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Nice. So it's a pull, 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 pull. Let's go on the other leg now. 1, 2, 1. I take a bit of coordination, challenging that central nervous system when you change over. That's what we like. Nice. Well done. Nearly there. Off we go, back to the mat. So now we're on all fours. We come up into a bear crouch. So knees hover off the floor. We're going to tap opposite hand to opposite shoulder, opposite hand, opposite knee. Okay, snap for that timer. Ready to go, and off we go. So opposite hand, opposite shoulder, opposite knee, opposite knee. So what we want to look out for here is A, make sure those knees are hovering off the mat, and B, we keep our body as still as possible. Imagine you've got a tray of your favourite drinks on your back. You don't want to spill it. Nice. I'm thinking about a nice gin and tonic there. I really don't want it to spill. Nice. Lovely. Let's come up. Okay. So now we're going to do some plyometrics. We're going to do a side step, squat, jump, and go the other way. So side step, squat, jump. Use the hands to propel yourself up. Okay, off we go. So side step, squat, jump. So side step, squat, squat, and jump. Side step, squat, jump. Side step, squat, jump. Side step, squat, jump. Really use those arms to propel you up. Get as much height as you can. Lovely. Excellent. Well done, guys, you're doing brilliantly. Side step, squat. If the jump's too much, you can just come up onto your toes. Last one. Well done. Right. So let's get onto the mat again. We're going to do some rotating planks. So on your forearms, we're going to be rotating forward and back. So get that nice strong plank position. Go quite wide with your feet for a nice stable base. Have your feet mat width apart. So rotating, so bringing those shoulders into play. Lovely twist. Nice. Excellent. Well done, guys, you're doing brilliantly. Super. That strong core is so important to a good, efficient running form. We want it strong when our arms and legs are moving as they come up. Okay, so next one, we're going to grab our broom and we're going to be holding it overhead while we run. Okay, are you ready? Nice. So light, fast feet. Think about bringing those heels up again. And you want a really, really strong core here. Make sure the shoulders aren't shrugging up to the ears. But we're often here to talk about running tall from the hips. I never used to understand what that was. But this can really make me focus on that. So really strong there with the core. Keep going, guys. We're nearly there. So 3, 2, 1, and rest. Okay, and last up, we have got our mountain climbers. So last bit of effort, a final sprint to the finish. So go as fast as you can.
come towards the thumbs. Push, push, push as fast as you can. Nice. The knees coming in. Well done, guys. Push, push, push. It's the final sprint. And then we are done with our intervals. We move on to strength work. Lovely. Push, push, push. Nice. Lovely. Last big finish. Can we go any faster? Come on. All the way to the end. And stop. Whew. Sit back. And take a little stretch there for a moment. Fantastic. Whew. Let's come up to standing. Turn that off. Fantastic. Let's take some water. And take a rest there. Fabulous. Okay, so we're going to move on to our strength work now. So first off, we're going to be using the resistance band. So we're going to be working on upper body and lower body at once. So with a resistance band, we're going to be taking it behind us like this, and we're going to do a little tricep pull. So I'll show you from behind, pulling back. So you can adjust the position of your hands on the band. If you want more resistance, obviously you want them closer together, or less, take them further apart. The triceps are really important for those runners' arms to really drive the arms back, because they can really, really help assist with your running. So we're going to include a reverse lunge with that and a high knee raise. So let's take position. So we're going to do 10 of these. So we're going to do a high knee lunge. High knee raise, reverse lunge, and then that tricep extension. High knee, reverse lunge, tricep extension. Brilliant. So let's do 10 here. Okay, you ready? Off we go. So high knee, reverse lunge, tricep extension. Nice one. Second one. 2, tricep extension. High knee, so a little bit of balance work. Reverse lunge, tricep extension. High knee, reverse lunge, tricep extension. Lovely. You're doing really well. So we like to do unilateral work, so working on one side of the body, because essentially when we're running, we're only ever on one leg at a time. So it's good to exercise them in that way. Brilliant. Last 2. Fabulous. Last 1. Fantastic. Whew, finish off with that high knee raise. Right, let's switch sides. So, changing the arms over. Just make sure you've got a comfortable hold with the resistance band. And let's get ready on the other side. So, high knee, reverse lunge, tricep extension. Lovely. Excellent. Great work. Brilliant. High knee, reverse lunge, extension. Excellent. Nice. That's it, guys. Great work. See how low you can go with that reverse lunge. Fantastic. Excellent. You might find you're a bit more stable or stronger on one side than the other. That's perfectly normal. It's great to exercise each leg individually. When we do 2 sides at once, then your dominant side tends to do most of the work. Excellent. Last one. Fantastic. Great work. Okay, next off, we're going to use our rucksack. So we're going to do some work on our calves. Now the calves basically have to take up to 8 times our body weight with each sort of running step we do, so it's really important that we take the time to exercise those. So you might want to experiment with the weight you've got in that rucksack. Grab a few more books if it feels too light, but start light and then build up. So just you can use something for support here. So let's go up onto our toes. We'll take the right leg off first and lower down slowly with the left. Right foot comes down, comes away, lower down on 1. So if you have a step available to you, or you can do this on the stairwell, then it obviously adds to the the eccentric, the lowering phase. You can have the heels just hanging off the step. So obviously having the weight in the rucksack means your hands are free to support you. So we're not worrying so much about balance here. Lovely. One more. Excellent. Both feet down. Shake them out. And this time, the right leg lowers, left comes away. Fantastic. Nice and tall. Excellent. So slow as you can with that lowering. Keep that body nice and tall. Fantastic. Breathing slow and controlled. Fantastic. Lovely. One more. And lower down there. Lovely. One more. And lower down there. Fabulous work. Well done. Right, next up we've got our single leg deadlift. So we're going to use our broom for this one. It's just going to give you a little bit of stability. We can look at a progression for that. Actually, if you have a broom with a brush, then let's use the brush end. So we're going to hold it out to the side. We're going to start with that, not sure what space there, high knee raise, and we're going to lower it back down. So a high knee, and lowering that broom back down. So I'm going to show you from this side. I've got enough space there. So high knee, and lowering it. So you're looking to get your torso and your leg ideally parallel to the floor. So that broom's giving you a little bit of stability there. Obviously we're working the hamstrings and the glutes here and a bit of the lower back, but all the stabilising muscles around your foot and ankle, they're getting a really good workout there as well. Nice. It's great to strengthen all of those muscles because we really need them to protect the foot in our high impact running activities. Lovely. Excellent. And one more. Fabulous. Now take it in the other hand, shake the legs out. So taking that broom out to the side, high knee raise, and lower all the way down. So, as with the other exercises, you'll no doubt find you're stronger or more stable on one side. My right foot tends to be my wobblier one. I'm slightly flat-footed on that right foot, so it's harder to stabilise. That's why we love to do these one-legged, these unilateral exercises. We work both sides equally. Give them an equal chance of getting stronger. Lovely. 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. So let's go through those exercises again. So one more set. So back to our high knee raise. And stepping back into reverse lunge. Tricep extension, ready? 10 here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. If you want a little bit extra, 5. You can have a little hop at the top. 6. That's completely voluntary. 7, 8. Who's hopping? 9 and 10. Shake it out. Switch sides. Oh, go that way now. Fantastic. And take that high knee. Step back. Extend. Back in. High knee. Extend. Back in. High knee. Extend. Back in. High knee. Extend. Back in. Lovely. It's great to work upper and lower body at once. We're always fall short of time. It's good to get two areas of the body, upper and lower, for the price of one. Nice. And last one. Whew. Well done. Got to add the hops there, but hopefully you joined in with those. Okay, let's take it into the calf raises again. So weight on the back, so option to add a little bit more weight. We found it too easy last time. So going up on 2, left leg comes away, lower down right. Let's stay with that right leg. 2, 3, 4, 5, right up onto those toes. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Shake those feet out. Let's go on the other side. So up, 1, 2. Left leg comes away, lower down right. Nice. Excellent. Lovely. Nice. So 8, 9, and 10. Brilliant. Shake it out. Grab a drink of water if you need one, and we'll do some more single leg deadlifts. So if you found the version with the broom on the floor easy, then your option is to extend, which I've got space to go behind, to extend all the way out and back in. Get space here. So extend all the way out and back in. So that is your progression. But otherwise, stay with me here with the broom on the floor. Okay, so for 10, up and down. Oh, I'll step forward a little bit there. Up, down. It's crucial to make sure you've got plenty of space. So 3, oops, 4, a nice strong core. Stretch that leg back. 5. We're looking for the torso being parallel to the floor. The trailing leg, the leg behind you, coming out to the floor. Nice. 9 and 10. Brilliant. Shake it out. Let's go on the other side. So raising that knee high and dropping. Here's my wobbly side. Woo. 2, 3, what's everyone? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Great work, shake it out. Right, now we're going to do some work for the back of the body, the hamstrings, and the glutes and the hips, or the glute medius in particular. So we're going to start off using the chair in a single leg or straight leg hamstring bridge. So when you're on the floor with your legs on the chair, so you want your legs in a nice straight line, shoulders pinned down, toes are facing up, and we're just going to take it up, alternate legs. So keeping those hips high, keeping those shoulders pinned down. Lovely. Obviously the hamstrings play a major part in running, in propelling that leg up, extending that hip, but also bending the knee. We're in that toe off phase. Nice. Well done. Little shoulders pressed down. Fantastic. Hips high. Make sure your hips haven't sunk. Lovely. Cool, one more on each side. And rest. Okay, next up we're going to do some clamshells with a bit of an extension. So option to use your resistance band here. That's entirely up to you. If you've got a long band, you'll need it tied in a knot. Here's one I prepared earlier. Or if you've got a loop, then that's obviously dead easy to put on. So we're going to come down onto the mat. We want elbow under shoulder, knees bent at about 45-degree angle, hips are stacked, not rolling forward or back, and our heels want to be in line with our glutes. So we can stay here, we're going to be opening out and in, but if you want a little bit more, get those obliques working a bit more, we're going to come up here and do opening and out. So this is going to really work our glute medius, which is a really important stabiliser muscle for the pelvis when we're running. It's going to protect your lower back as well. Anyone who's ever struggled with runner's knee, this is a great one to help prevent that. I occasionally get a bit of, when I'm doing my long mileage, building up for marathon training at the moment, and I start to feel a bit of knee pain. I find I start doing a few of these and it can really, really help. Brilliant. 2 more. And we're just going to take it up another level now. So the next step, we're going to take that foot and ankle away at the same time. So same move. Lovely. That's it. So rather than letting the leg drop down, you want to slowly resist it, bring it slowly back down. Excellent. This one's a little bit more intense. You should feel that in the stabilising side here as well. 2. And 1 more. Fantastic. If you've got a very heavy resistance band, you might find you're better off doing it without it, because it can reduce your range of movement there. I mean, you're not hitting as many muscle fibres. It's still quite an intense exercise without. So again, heels under hips, elbow under shoulder. You can stay here, but for a little bit more to gauge those obliques, let's come up. Brilliant. So again, remember to slowly lower down that leg. Don't let it just drop. Excellent. So working on that glute medius, that really critical muscle there. Excellent. Nice. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. And let's take that lower foot away. Ooh, yeah, space there. Sorry, the upper foot comes away. Excellent. Ooh, I'm starting to feel that now. So you've already worked it as a stabilising muscle. You should start to be feeling quite fatigued now. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ooh, that's intense. Cool. Just rock those hips from side to side quickly. Nice. Okay, so you can keep that resistance band on. We're going to do a glute bridge now. We use both legs for this one. And we're going to include a chest press, because as I said, I like to do upper body and lower body at the same time, where possible. So get into that glute position, so you want your heels close to the glutes. Let's take the arms up with a weight, tip that pelvis, and bring it up. So get those hips as high as you possibly can. So push through the heels, squeeze those glutes, and we're going to do a chest press here. So up and down. Then you can experiment with the weight. You could maybe go a little bit heavier. I've got a couple of big cookbooks in here, but you can have weight plates, dumbbells, encyclopedias, if that's still a thing anymore. Brilliant. So keep squeezing those glutes. Lovely. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Keep them high. Nice. And then we're going to hold that weight at the top. We're going to open our knees out and back in. Out and in. Again, don't let those glutes or the hips drop. Imagine you've got your favourite cake underneath you. You don't want to squish it. Lovely. protect that cake. You might have spent maybe a cake for someone's birthday, you spent ages icing it. You don't want it to get squashed. Keep those hips high. 3, 2, 1, and all the way down. Whew, well done. Right, let's go through those exercises again. So onto our straight leg bridge. Excellent. Up onto that chair, hips high, shoulders pinned down. Let's go. Brilliant. So up and down. Lovely. So really working those hamstrings. Engage that core at the same time now and keep those hips high. If you need to put your hands on your hips to make you think about them so they're not dropping down, you can do that. Brilliant. Nice, just a few more. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. So back onto the clams. So again, if you've got a really heavy resistance band, don't worry about using it here. It could restrict that range of motion that you have. Maybe do one with, one without, whatever works for you. So push 5-degree bend, heels are under glutes, elbow under shoulder, up we go. And open out and in. Nice. Resisting it on the way down. Lovely. So that top foot's pivoting away. Nice. Excellent. Well done. 9 and 10. And we get ready to take that top foot away now. 1, 2, 3. Feel that waist there. Should be working hard for you. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Last one. 10. Woo. So around other side. Fantastic. Make sure you've got that nice startup position. Check down the line of body. We're not rolling forward, rolling back. Up we come. So opening out and in. Lovely. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And take that away. So you really, I'm starting to really feel it there. And that lower glute. That's working really hard to stabilise me. That's great, that's what we want. Brilliant. 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Okay, swap those hips from side to side. The knees, loosen it out. Woo. That's hard work there, well done. And let's get into our glute bridge with our chest press. So heels are close to the glutes. Slowly press that lower back into the mat and come up into that bridge position. Get as high as we can. And we're going to go down and up. Down and up. So if you have weights, a kettlebell, anything that you have you could use here. Brilliant. You can do flies, all sorts. Tricep extensions. Lovely. But you feel you're getting that real workout in your glutes and your lower back. So you've got to work too, your core's got to keep you stable. Fantastic. Excellent. So let's hold it there, let's go out and in. We're pressing against that resistance band. Lovely. So keep squeezing. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant, all the way down. Well done. Take that resistance band off, let's get ourselves a drink, and then it's time for some core work. Okay, for the core, we're going to be down on the mat. we are going to need our long resistance band, and we'll use the rucksack again. So we're going to start off with a nice seated row. So this is going to really work on your posture muscles. So obviously just combating that day-to-day slouching that we do over devices, over laptops, everything else, and also help you with that really strong upright posture for running. So this nice straightforward one, loop it around your feet there, and adjust your position on the band to see how much resistance you get, but we're really squeezing back to feel that squeeze in the upper back between the shoulder blades. So sit as tall as you can. It's going to challenge your core. So arms out and let's squeeze. So sit nice and tall. Brilliant. Squeeze. Feel that squeeze between the shoulder blades. Imagine there's a pound coin there you want to squeeze. Lovely. Nice. We'll say if you want more resistance, just take your hands a little bit further down the band. Or if you feel you're not able to get quite enough of a squeeze back in the shoulder blades, take your hands further back up the resistance band, squeeze, but keep that torso and the head uplifted. Make sure the shoulders aren't hunching up to the ears. Brilliant, so just focus really on those shoulder blades, squeezing back together. Nice, lovely. 3, 2, and 1. Just take that to one side. Now we're going to do a plank, but rather than just holding the plank, because when we're running we want that strong core with our arms and legs moving independently, so we like to replicate that with our core work. So keeping a strong solid core while the arms and legs are moving. So we're going to be just reaching to tap the rucksack. So in a high arm plank position, we're going to be doing a tap. Make sure you're stretching out to tap it, and then leg raise, leg raise. If you find you're wobbling around a lot, so we want it to be nice and stable, just take your legs a bit wider. So tap, tap, leg raise, tap, tap, leg raise, tap, tap, leg raise, So really make sure we're not rocking those hips from side to side. Squeeze everything tight. Excellent. Push those hands a bit further out. Leg raise, So if you want a bit more, you can do a tap and leg raise at the same time. And what's that progression? Tap and leg raise. But otherwise, keep going with your tap, tap, leg raise. One more. Tap, tap, leg raise. Brilliant. Sit back onto the heels, into a little child pose stretch. Brilliant. Let's get that rucksack out of the way. We're going to go into a dead bug now. I love these exercises. They're my favourite ab exercises. I'll move the chair out of the way for this one. Make sure I've got space to extend my legs out. So we're lying on our back, a bit like a dead bug, but a dead bug with its arms and legs moving. So arms straight up to the ceiling. This is going to challenge that central nervous system. Get you thinking about your coordination. So we're going to take opposite arm, opposite leg back. Opposite arm, opposite leg. So you want to try and keep your back close to the floor. Make sure the abs aren't doming. Opposite arm, opposite leg. Lovely. So this is a great one for the core, the back. In fact, it's quite a safe exercise as well if anyone has any back issues when they do core work. I really like this one. If you want a little bit more, you can take the arms and legs, or the legs, sorry, straight up in the air. As straight as your running legs will go. That is. Lovely. Excellent. Or just stay with the, I've challenged myself there, version. Excellent. Lovely. And one more. Excellent. So let's run through those exercises again. So sitting up straight into our seated row. You know the drill now. So sit up nice and tall. Squeeze the elbows back. Lovely. Nice work. squeeze. Fantastic. Excellent. So nearly at the end, these last exercises, and then you'll have a nice, well-deserved stretch. Excellent. Squeeze. I hope you've enjoyed this today. Please do visit my website for more information, run-pt.co.uk. I do training plans for runners, Zoom classes, PT sessions, either face-to-face here in Manchester or via Zoom. I've got clients all over the country. It's the amazing thing with the online options. Brilliant. Squeeze. Last one. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Super. And now back to our plank taps. So get that nice stable base first. So go a little bit wider with your feet so there's less rocking. And make sure we've got a reach forward. Maybe push that rucksack away a bit further. So tap, tap, leg raise, tap, tap, leg raise, leg raise. So that cause staying strong and stable while our arms and legs move just like we want to happen when we're running. That really efficient running form that's going to require the least effort for our legs. Brilliant. It's going to protect those lower limbs from that impact. Lovely. So option to do hand and leg at the same time. Maybe try a couple and then go back. Tap, tap, leg raise, tap, tap, leg raise. Last one. Tap, tap, leg raise. Lovely. Sit back briefly. That nice stretch. Take a few deep breaths there, and let's go back to the down dog. So just as an extension option, we can take that weight behind us if you want something a bit more. So this time taking that weight there, and we can take leg back, the weight. There's less thinking about our coordination there. Just alternating one leg at a time. So make sure again that that back's close to the mat, that our abs aren't doming up. If that's too much, just pop the weight down. Just go back to alternate arms and legs. Lovely. Nearly there now, guys. Well done. Lovely. And one more on each side. And let's hug those knees into the chest. Ooh, a little rock from side to side. Do some circular movements. Really massage that lower back. And back the other way. Nice. So we're going to take it to a nice child pose stretch. So knees wide, toes together, sit back on those heels. Take a few deep breaths there. Now let's thread the right arm under the left armpit, palm faces up, and just look towards it there. Little shoulder stretch at the same time. Keep breathing really deeply. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Well done. And let's switch sides. So opposite arm, palm faces up, comes through under the opposite armpit. Nice. Lovely. Cool. So we can take it into a little hip stretch. So on all fours, take that right knee in between your hands. Extend out the left leg and cross it over to the other side. Just walk it back. And just lean forward and have a little stretch there. You can just lean out to that. So the right hip, your head on your hands, just take a little stretch there. Keep walking that left foot back and across to feel a bit more intensity in that stretch. Make sure you're not holding any tension anywhere else. Breathe in slowly. Brilliant work. Right, let's take it onto the other side. So knees back. So this time, left knee comes forward in between the hands. Take that right foot over and across the body. Walk it back as far as it will go. Come down onto the forearms and stretch there. Deep breaths. And push out onto that left hip. Very good. Well done. Excellent. Let's come up onto all fours now. And we'll push back, take it into a plank, push back into a down dog stretch. And we'll just drop calves one at a time down to the mat. Push the hands away. Excellent. A few deep breaths there. Lovely. Take those knees down to the mat. Left foot comes forward. Outside left hand, let's take a few little circles there into that ball and socket joint. Nice. We're going to tuck that right toe. If you can, bring the right knee off the mat and extend up. A nice little twist there. If you want a bit more, wrap the hand around the waist and take your eye gaze up and around to the left. I think that's right. Excellent. Pop that hand down. Take the right foot outside the right hand. Use your hand to help you get there if you're not there already. Let's do those hip circles into that ball and socket joint. Back the other way. Got my knee off the ground already. You can have it on the ground as well. Super. And let's take that right arm up. Look up overhead, and again wrap the arm around the waist on the opposite side. Get a little bit more. Fantastic. So let's walk our arms back into that nice forward fold stretch. Just hang heavy there for a moment. Engage that core. Grab your elbows, rock from side to side. Feel a nice stretch down the hamstrings there. Take the arms behind your back and all the way up to the ceiling. Pull those shoulder blades back. Slowly come all the way up to standing. So a quick standing quad stretch. So use anything you need for support. Grab that right foot. Pull the heel in towards your glute. Push those hips forward. So you want your knees quite close together. So nice and tall. Lovely. Press your foot into your hand for a little bit more. Fantastic. And on the other side. Lovely. Hips forward. Fantastic. Some deep breaths there. Great work. And finish off with a little tricep stretch. So arms up behind your head. Bend that elbow. Lovely. Feel that stretch there. Excellent. And on the other side. Brilliant. Bring that elbow back behind your head. Deep breaths. And we're just going to finish with a few sweeping stretches up and down, up and down, up. Roll those shoulder blades out, shake your arms, shake your legs, and that is your workout. I hope you enjoyed that. Well done, everyone. Any questions, please get in contact with me via my website. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.